Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. Exciting times. Daima SSJ4 Goku. Countdown has begun. How's everybody doing today? Yes, new Petan is here. Let's go. Everyone's favourite game mode other than the World Tournament. This is only Series 22 this time, because this is the one that I'm actually missing stickers from. Right. But yeah, how's everybody doing this morning? I'm not sure if it's like, I know for some of you guys, I think the time of the stream is slightly different, right? Because in the UK, we've just got our daylight savings, like our clocks went back like yesterday. Which is nice for like the actual night that it happens, because it means you get an extra hour sleep. I was very confused when I set my alarm for the morning, because it was like 1 AM. And I set my alarm for like 8:30. So obviously that's like 7.5 hours from then, if the clocks weren't changing. And I got all confused for a second, because I set my alarm and it was like, your alarm is set for 8.5 hours from now. And I was like, what? But yeah. And play this mode, no stone. Well, you do get stones. You get stones for getting a certain number of the stickers, and then you also get the now the new item from doing the Petan thing is like these gold treasure stickers, which you can exchange for stones, like as well. Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, code manga in the web store for 10 stones. Let's do that quickly. It's 4 AM for me. Oof. The Bandai Namco web store. You have to have a Bandai Namco account and like link it with your Dokkan. They made a mission for it like a little while ago. There you go, promotion code input complete. Let's go. Yeah, I'm hoping this is where all of my like saved up ticket bad luck comes back to pay off, because yeah, I have never gotten the new unit off of the tickets, and so now would be the perfect time when I'm, you know, particularly low on stones. If I pull a copy of Daima Goku off the free tickets, like 100% I will not be summoning, like using any stones. Even though I do really want the Piccolo, but but yeah, I mean, I made a video all about the web store and all about how to set it up, like when it came out. But yeah, so that's it. It's just Petan starting today then, huh? There's no we're not getting any of those other stages today then. Because when are they dropping like the new giant form stages and stuff?
All right, let's do this.
Kieran, I like the fact Kieran is like, what's the one easy A you're looking forward to? And then here's 3. But in terms of if I had to just pick one, I mean, technically it will be next year's EZA, right? So Super Saiyan 3 Rose. Yeah, Orange Piccolo is probably one of the ones I'm most looking forward to, because I feel like he's not going to get it this year now. Although I say that now, of course, and then like watch him get it in like this celebration because he's on demonic power. There's no date for the new giant form stages. There's probably a celebration. We'll have a new. Wait, so people are speculating that they're just not coming out like anytime soon. That's crazy. It's just my guess. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, I wouldn't assume that would be the case, but I guess technically it is possible. For the third World Tournament, Goku going to have the tank problem of maybe being your one revived character, but being too tanky to get 59% or get one shot. Well, isn't it? Didn't they make it so that like the whole point is it's his revival? Well, his standby. You go into his standby and then he gets killed and revives, right? Like, and his standby is squishy, like, because that's the whole point. Because then, yeah, they'll just, whatever they do with his EZA, they would make it, I imagine, like, post-EZA, he should be so good, like, his base and stuff. But, like, yeah, I imagine that the standby will still be quite squishy. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'm also in Charles' shoes because I just haven't paid attention at all. So I just see stuff and I'm like, oh, yeah. That's one of the things, I guess, in a way, I kind of miss about not being a content creator and not, like, you know, following content creators and being part of the community and stuff. Like, sometimes just being surprised by stuff coming out was kind of fun, like, in the early days when I played it. Obviously, that's not ideal for things like being able to strategize with your stones and stuff like that, but I remember the day I woke up and was like logged into the game and was like, what is this Broly banner? Like, because I'd already started to watch a little bit of like Ryman Nano and like D3 back then, I think. And so like I'd opened up the game and I was like, what is this Broly banner? I've never seen this before on like any of these guys' things that I watch. And it's like, he could be awakened into an LR. So that's interesting. And then, yeah. Yeah, it was just very cool to like have that be a complete surprise. Yeah, I did a video talking about Daima Goku's leader skill. I think his leader skill is actually really good. And yeah, both the 8-year duos are on there. So when they get their Easy A's during the next anniversary, like they're both going to be on his leader skill. Oh, yeah, his team has the potential to end up being like really, really good. I didn't get a chat at the time we finally get the slot 2 Daima small monkey. I'm sure he will age wonderfully. I mean, we were talking about it on the podcast last night, and from what Minato was saying, now that we've actually seen his stats, and now that like we've seen like calcs and stuff, he is way better defensively than people think he is, just from looking at his kit on paper. Like apparently after he's supered, and especially with the amount of support that his team is going to have, like he'll be tanking 8 million damage supers for double-digit damage. So, and because he kills bosses so quickly, bosses that could build up over 8 million will be dead before they can build up to over 8 million. So at least in terms of the, which is obviously what we would want, is that in terms of the content we have now, like he should be perfectly fine in like all the content basically. Especially when you consider against like bosses like Rose and Zamasu, he automatically counters Ki Blast super attacks anyway. The first time, and then has a 70% the second time. Yeah, true. When he is eventually a boss, yes. All of his attacks are Ki Blast supers, so yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will be crushing him. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks can still be good against Ki Blast super bosses as well. Daima Goku's coming out on, well, it's Thursday morning for me. I know it's Wednesday evening for like the US. It depends on the time zone.
All right, let's do this.
Let's get the second channel link in here as well. Oh yeah, that is a very good point. It is literally the title of the stream. And shiny hunting all day. No shiny Drampa. I'm not sure what that is.
All right, let's do this.
I have a video all about what Daima Goku does, going over all of his kit. But yes, he guards and for 5 turns and has 44% damage reduction. So yeah, he will be quite good. I still haven't done this. don't think I even bothered. Did I even farm any extra copies of him? No. Although, hang on. There's not many characters that are on Hybrid Saiyans that ain't created body of mine, to be fair. Yeah, because back in the day when these guys were first available... Oh, I actually did get all of the copies for him. Okay. Yeah, so I can just awaken him. Oh, no. I need to lock them. So I was saying about it the last time, but if that World Tournament thing is going away forever, it's very possible that those are, like, DB Saga units won't be available ever again, which... I mean, I don't really care too much in terms of, like, obviously they're all terrible and I'm not going to use them in teams, but it'd be cool to have them, I guess. Megastar me kind of scares me. Daima Goku's just a modern Gamma 1. I mean, wasn't Gamma 1 like one of the best units in the game for a while? What do these guys do? They're all just all dodge, aren't they? All dodge and then additional because they get the extra stats on super. And just all dodge because you don't ever want them to get hit, basically. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because those ones won't be added to the shop because they're just like ours. But yeah, once we get that's what I think one of the reasons why I was waiting is because once we get the update for the like the thing with the no more reversal, it means I can literally just feed in the farmable SR copies like into these guys to get their last paths open, and I don't need to worry about farming the extra ones or anything like that, or like awakening the extra ones with the extra medals and stuff like that. So I probably will just do that now. Because I think I did do the extra stage with Gohan, so I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of spare copies of Gohan as like the SR base one that I just haven't done anything with yet. Because once we get that update, then I can just chuck them in. And it'll be all good. That should be on Twitter. Wait, for who? For Goku, Daima Goku? You knew from Baby Celebration that was terrible was the GT Trunks banner unit. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty bad. A unit that's designed to want to be in slot 1 but doesn't get defense when he takes a hit. You have to get hit and then he gets defense, so then he just gets absolutely destroyed. 444 stones, let's go. How many stones you'll have? Stone check in the chat, let's go. What did I get up to on the, I was auto farming the GT Super Saiyans EZA. I must have, has it gone? I definitely didn't scroll this far down to find it. How much tail is this one? But yeah, there's a new update for the game. It's already out on JP and it comes out on Global on like Wednesday, where they're removing the reversal function, so you can't reverse cards anymore, but they're making it so that you don't need to, so you can feed in like the SSR to an already awakened like LR to open up the extra paths, and then it's still all good. AGL Tech Int Physical Low Class Warrior. Because, yeah, wouldn't I do... It'd probably just be better to have AGL Bardock because he has his Easy A now. I couldn't find him. Path to Power Kid Goku probably is better than... I guess Fasha has her Easy A now as well. This guy, Path to Power Kid Goku, is probably the best. This guy's Easy A maybe? Or do we just want to run? Yeah, probably. No, it makes it way easier because you don't have to reverse units anymore or anything. So... And it means farming super attacks and stuff for certain characters is going to be way easier as well. 1,200, nice. Bring her at 1,200 as well. Ajal with 28. Yeah, so you no longer need hourglasses. So all the hourglasses that you have, once the update happens, all of those will be transformed into Hercule statues that you can then trade for Zenny, or obviously if you're at Zenny Cap, you just keep them until you need them. But yeah, the hourglass medal things, they are now basically useless, like once that update happens. So... you just get Hercule statues for them instead, which gives you a little bit of extra Zenny. It's not the craziest exchange, like it's not, you know, Zenny's not super, super useful, but... I mean, I say that, you use it for everything. Like every training, every awakening, like all uses a little bit of Zenny, but you also get it from doing basically everything. So... but yeah, I can't wait now with this update. I can't wait until the next like Prime Battle LR comes out, because getting them all finished and all done is going to be so good. Like, I had to sell 58 units, and units I'd revert. But don't you, by selling them, doesn't your your power level goes down because you don't have those characters with the links anymore? But I guess was it a case of like you had to sell them like for the box space, or... I'm trying to think how crazy that would have been back in the day. When you think about how crazy the farm was for like Super Saiyan 3 Broly or Super Saiyan 3 Tech Angel Goku to farm their super, because you had to awaken the free-to-play card like 3 times each for like 9 cards, whereas now you would literally just be able to feed in like the SSI. It'd only be 50%, but like that's so much better than it basically being impossible before. But anyway, what are we going to do here for... I don't think there's any news today, because now that the clocks have gone back here, I think the news is... the normal news time is now the time that the stream starts. Yeah, the Tech 13 farm as well, yeah. Oh yeah, I never did the I think you can do Turtle School. I think it's, yeah, someone sent me a screenshot of it, like... Why do I have a random UI team on the thing where all my heroes teams go? Oh, it must not have been Turtle School then. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, well, there, but Prime Battle Goku was like the first ever LR, like free to play. So him being a Super Saiyan Goku makes sense because it's like pretty iconic. But yeah, like if you look at the last few Prime Battle LRs with things like what was the one somebody shagged me in? It must have been... I thought it was the newest one, but... Because yeah, Defenders of Justice is basically impossible unless you use items. I've changed my mind about the manga units. I'm a little excited for the Frieza and Teen Gohan. Yeah, I know. The fact that Daima Goku's on Demonic Power and Giant Ape Power is so good. Yeah, Prime Battle Goku, the OG grind, where like every attempt at the stage cost 50 stamina and you could only use the yeah, you could only use the Super Strike cards. It was so much fun. Well, I was going to say Goku needs to get the stun or it's just instant GG.
Do this.
Dope. Yeah, no, Vegito in slot 1 just gets destroyed by Tech Demon King Piccolo. He does like 180k normals to him. And the key is terrible on the turn. That's what we love to see. I'll just do that. Because the heroes team is not good anymore. For like the current difficult content. I already beat this stage with no items on like the first try with the actual proper team. Like this team. But personally don't care about Mini Monkey. I prefer the adult version. Yeah, I think most people like I said in the video the other day, I feel like most people are much more interested in like the adult Goku. But yes, the power, we were just talking about it, but the power level update thing, or not power level, but the reverse feature being removed and all of that stuff is happening with the maintenance on Wednesday. Oh no, like Kieran's just trolling. Like they will absolutely not ever do. They will not be doing adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku as a Prime Battle LR. Like, no, it was last week at some point. It's probably been like 5 or 6 days by now, I think. Which of the Dragon Ball heroes are now expected to getting easy? Yeah, it's the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, Hearts, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Robel, and Corrupted Supreme Kai of Time. Kaba versus Monkey, the ultimate meme battle. But yeah, like Hearts has a pretty good potential for Easy A. He's just not on a lot of good teams at the moment. How do you beat Red Zone Broly? You ideally need to use characters that hit really hard and not characters that do multiple attacks that don't hit super hard. Because he builds up attack with every hit that he takes. So the more you hit him, the more powerful he gets. And this is one of the things we were saying yesterday when we were talking about Daima Goku and why he will be so good. It's because bro's going to be dropping like double 70 mil attack stats. Instead of being one of these units that hits Broly like 4 times for like 20 million each. Corrupted Supreme Kai of Time, I think, has absolutely no hope of getting a good Easy A. Her entire like passive is based around the enemy having status effects, which you can't even do in like half the event, or more than half of the events nowadays anyway. The adult versions could be on Power of Wishes because they get wished back to being adults, so I don't think they necessarily like 100% will have it, but like they absolutely could have it. So in the meantime, I'm thinking if I could beat Festival with double rosé leads. Oof. That'd be tricky because, like, once you get to a certain point, rosé just will not tank. Like, it'd be kind of fun to see because he infinitely stacks attack. Like, when you get to near the end and then, like, use his active skill then. Like, how much damage that could actually do. Be kind of fun. But... madness. I mean, yeah, the minis were wished to be kids and they're not on it, so yeah, it's very possible. If I had to guess, like if I had to bet money, then I would say I don't think they will be on it, but... I'm jealous of the goat Dr. Pritch. He knows a lot of stuff that he can't talk about. Yeah, I know. I know he can't, like, say any of the stuff either, which is... I'm so, like... I really want to know... The big thing I really want to know is, like, how he knows all of this stuff. Because that's the thing. People have joked about it before, asking if he's, like, actually a doctor or anything. But, like, I wonder if he is, like... involved in like games journalism or something. I don't know, because yeah, he somehow knows. He's had this like behind the scenes interview or like info from Bandai or Dokkan specifically. Like he knew about the, like he's saying about some of the stuff, like he knew about the rank increase update, he knew about the new battle system already, like from ages ago. It's like, why does he get to know these things? I'm so intrigued. There's the next. No, I'm not a human stream. I don't know if I will do another one. Maybe at some point. Obviously, I wanted to do one to test it out, and like I made a video for it, but I'm not sure. I was about to say the DB story mode doesn't tell you what stage gives you the free-to-play units, and then I see their faces just mocking me next to each stage. DB fan moment. I love it. But yeah, that is a good update. So you can at least go into the event and actually see without having to then go into any further info. Just like, yeah, this is the stage that I need to do to drop this. See, Joe, you're saying that I am never wrong, but no, remember, I'm saying that the adults won't be on it. I think they made the Carbo fight do Key Blast Supers on purpose because they wanted to like reverse the Gogeta Carbo memes. Because now that he Key Blast Supers, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could just absolutely destroy him. I was betrayed and locked in the Ningen Plays channel, and he played I'm Not Human over a gamer's IRL horror game called Dental Care. That's right, I might play that one tonight, mouthwashing. I got confused with how I was setting up the things before, because I'd purposely originally my thought process was purposely saving No, I'm Not a Human for the weekend stream because it's a longer game. Although it turned out like doing one playthrough of it took, I think the first one was like an hour and a half. But it is one of those games, I think, where you don't want to do like one playthrough and then just turn it off. So we did 2 playthroughs and then started a third one. I might play a little bit more maybe. So I haven't really put it on the schedule in terms of the length. It's just obviously the times, because that's what I normally put on the schedule. But on Halloween, which is obviously Friday, I'll be doing a late stream for the final, because obviously the whole point of the spooky season was to do videos and horror game streams like all throughout October. So on Friday, it's Halloween. I'm going to do a stream that will be a little bit longer than the usual streams. So we'll probably play like a couple of different games. So potentially I could do a No, I'm Not a Human like run through on that. Wow, who got supered? Was it Goku? And he didn't counter. But yeah, what team did I actually use to beat Broly with? Let's see. Oh, of course, the Go Omega team.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, because he's AGL like all the way through, so. But yeah, I remember like Broly was like a little bit tricky. Oh, it was Int Gogeta. He didn't count with the super. Oof. No trick or treating. No, I'm too old for that. I'm an adult now. Once you get to like adult status, you can't really go trick or treating unless you're taking kids trick or treating. But yeah, exactly. Even when we tried to use AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to outdo the meme, Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta then got destroyed by Carbo instead. So whichever way you look at it, Carbo versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the result is clear. Beat the stage with Int LR Broly, Tech Broly, and STR LR Super ECA Broly. Just relied on the Vegetos for the final phase. Dress up as a dad and duct tape a potato sack to your waist or leg. Yeah, your costume is a dad taking their child trick-or-treating, but you're actually not. Like, you don't actually have a child with you. That'd be hilarious. Let's get Frieza some build-up in slot 1 here. Yeah, it becomes Halloween parties at some point, or just doing, you know, whatever you want. But I mean, technically you can. It's not like it's illegal, but... oh yeah, he locks, doesn't he? I forgot about that. Kid Goku should be on the banner, yeah. The fact that he has not returned at all since Saiyan Day, like, he absolutely should be on this banner. Which is a little bit of, like, a little bit of an incentive to summon, because, like, Kid Goku can still be pretty good. I'm pretty sure I also only have mine. Mine is 55%, I'm fairly sure. So it would be nice to have dupes for him, but... That's the thing, I don't have a lot of stones. I'm very, very much hoping that this is the time that the free tickets finally come in clutch for me, and I can get Daima Goku for free. Because yeah, I have still not gotten a single one of the new units off of the free tickets, so it would be quite nice to actually do that. Considering how bad the summons were for Baby, I should get insane luck for a minute. Yeah, that's what I'm... Because I did like 600 stones, I think, for Baby, which I really shouldn't have done. I was just hoping that he would actually be good, and his team seemed like it would be fun, so I kind of wanted to get him. I did more summons than I probably should have, but... I mean, I had the stones. I haven't bought stones for ages, so... Because I'm very much aware that the anniversary is, like... probably the only time I will potentially buy some stones. So I do want Mini Goku, but I don't want to have to spend like all the stones I have now to get him. So have to get him off the tickets of how your luck has been lately. It would be nice. Then you got people like Drace over here, just pulling 2 units in a row off the free tickets. You shouldn't drink. I mean, I don't drink. I could if I wanted to, but yeah, I don't really. Local man buys rocks to use in the slot machine. I mean, that is That is kind of like the simple way of putting it, I suppose. Pulled Baby back to back with the Dokkan Day tickets and then pulled the GT Bros. Yeah, I know. It's outrageous. The one celebration where I didn't care about the units and Dokkan gives them to me free of charge. Yup. That is always how it works. Like, in some of the, like, in the past, some of the banners that I've gotten the most lucky on have been the ones where I just didn't want the unit at all. Like, I think AGL, that AGL Dokkan Fest Trunks, the one that starts off as base and, like, transforms, but his transformation is bad, so you never use it. I got, like, 4 copies of him in, like, 450 stones or something when I, like, did the summon video. And he was a unit that I just absolutely did not care about getting. Like, I was like, I'll summon, if I get a copy, I can do the 55% showcase or whatever, and then I won't do any more. And then I think I got him, like, first or second multi. Then I did another one and got, like, another one. And then, yeah, I think at one point I got, like, 2 in the same... Yeah, so I got, like, 4 copies in 450 stones. But it was for a character that I absolutely just could not care less. And then, yeah, when a character came out that I really wanted, like, Saiyan Day Martian Vegeta, and it took me, like, exactly, like, 2,000 stones or something to get him. Units you want Dokkan is like, nah, you're going to P, and the banner doesn't have P. Well, good luck. Yeah, dude, the number of times over the years, because it's been a long time, obviously, that I've played Dokkan, the number of times I've gotten a character that I didn't want relatively easily, and then not gotten a character that I really wanted in, like, loads and loads and loads of stones. Before pity was ever a thing, to be fair. Since pity has been introduced, obviously, there hasn't been any of those kind of situations. Although, we have gotten banners like things like Saiyan Day and stuff where they just don't have pity. So, if you really wanted the unit and, like, went crazy summoning, then you just would be out of luck, potentially. But... Alright, so we're going to use Frieza's active skill here now, so we can just do tons of damage to Broly. I wanted to pull LR Zamasu so bad when he released, I didn't get him until next year's worldwide celebration. Oof. Yeah, Raditz. Mega Nice, how's it going? Fresher Petan. True. I only did mine at the start of the stream, so I don't think any of them will have finished. Although, to be fair, it has been like an hour. But, the game is a troll, yep. Sometimes it very much is. Okay, he lost his mega privileges, now he's just nice. I haven't spent money since 2nd anniversary Super Saiyan 4 Goku, damn. I think I'm breaking my free-to-play streak with this Daima Super Saiyan 4. I mean, yeah, because it is one of those things where it's like, he is releasing at a time where you really just want to be saving for the anniversary. So if you are going to, like, spend money, or if you are going to summon, even though I don't encourage people to spend lots of money on this game. But if you are going to summon at this point right before the anniversary as a free-to-play player, that's just incredibly dangerous to do. But Mega Nice doesn't know how to change his YouTube tag. By the time the Vegeta-less boys return, I'll rainbow them only for them to get cooked in the next power creep. The only GDC unit I don't have. Well, I mean, the thing is, at least with Goku having the crazy dodge, like, he will age relatively well, because even when he's at the point where he is very much dodge or die, you will still have the ability to dodge. So Dokkan Day is the 15th and the 30th of every month, so it will be happening again on Thursday, basically when Daima Goku comes out. Daima Goku is coming out on Dokkan Day, so everyone will get free tickets for him. But yeah, Dokkan probably won't do the free anniversary unit thing again. It was a big special thing for like the 10th anniversary. I wouldn't expect them to ever do that again, but wow, Broly's getting absolutely destroyed in slot 1. Bruh. If we're lucky, if we are very, very lucky, they might decide to do it again, but I don't think they will. And it's very much like you shouldn't go into the next upcoming anniversary, because that's the kind of thing that will make people not save stones. Like, you should absolutely not go into the next anniversary thinking like, oh well, I'm going to get one of them for free anyway. Because, like I say, that's the kind of thing that people will, like, waste some extra stones here and there. Because they'll think, ah, well, you know, I'm getting one of them for free anyway. But, yeah, probably not. And then if it does happen, it'll be a nice surprise. But, like, yeah, like, don't plan for or, like, go into the anniversary expecting that that is what's going to happen. Because it probably isn't. Also, I'm just straight up dead now. Like, now that Broly is as built up as he is, like, no one on this rotation, like, because Frieza now, there's been so many turns, has lost, like, all of his damage reduction. No one on this rotation is tanking Broly in slot 1. So yeah, even with the same team, I thought I'd run it back just to see how it would go. Even the same team I beat it with the first time, like when I actually beat the event, we're now going to get killed here. Yeah, 1.1 million on Rose. Damn. Yeah, that is another good point as well. The fact that we got 6 LRs, and so then them giving one out for free is obviously still awesome, but it's not as like crazy of a thing when you think it's like 1 out of 6, as opposed to if there's only going to be 4. Six LRs was a horrible idea. I mean, it seemed that way. I mean, I felt that way with how bad my summons were in part 1. But then my part 2 luck was insanely good, and so I still ended up getting all 6 of them. But yeah, it's more so the fact that 2 of them were so disappointing, or even 3 of them for a lot of people, because a lot of people really don't like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I wonder, can we do it with the GT? The problem is, Broly doesn't have a Ki Blast super, so it becomes really difficult. This is an interesting team. Probably can't use Gogeta though.
Alright, let's do this.
Can't remember the last time I used Gohan. Yeah, true. If they can handle the workload, they should only make 4, which are really good. Yeah, exactly. The old Prince of all normals. Under 3k for 1 million Ningen points. Okay. Okay. Noted. Ningen flexing. Wait, what? I don't have the Arale cards. What do you mean? A lot of people don't like Vegeta. He's pretty mid. However, for me, he was putting in work when I pulled him. I mean, he could still be okay, but it could happen. Wait, what could happen? Oh, if they gave 1 last year, they could give 2. Oh, that's never happening. Now, them giving out 1 is probably like the most crazy, generous thing that like a gacha game has ever done. Just giving you one of the anniversary headliner units for free. There's no way that like now next time they're going to give you 2. Like chances are they'll probably never do the giving people 1 ever again. Like. No, the only Arale I have in my box is the free-to-play one. The one that was like farmable from one of the events. But yeah, I don't have any of the summonable cards. Still have one since you can't get that unit anymore. Okay. I wasn't actually sure, to be fair, but yeah, like in terms of the actual ones that you can, like the ones that you can summon, I don't have any of them. But yeah, if you can't get the free-to-play one anymore, then yeah, that's interesting, because I do at least have that one, but I mean, yeah, that is just like gacha games gonna gacha. That's like the whole point, right? Like players, it's one of those things. I guess it's just the usage of that word, but like players don't deserve anything. Like you get, you know, they give out a bunch of stuff, rewards. There's loads of new ways this year for like free summons, extra tickets, the summon points thing, which is like an extra free summon, even though it's not great because it's 1 random unit out of a selection of however many it is. Yeah, the Arale with Goku's clothes, I don't have those now. And then there's the Goku with the Arale outfit as well. I don't think I have either of them. Were they even on Global? Because isn't there like a Dokkan, there's like a JP exclusive. It might even be those ones. But Or if they were on global, it was like at that time, like the time that the banners were, and then they just never came back again. You're telling me I'm playing slot machines, not Dragon Ball characters? Yes, that is literally what a gacha game is a slot machine. It just looks slightly different, but that is literally what it is. You put your money in, or you put your stones in, you pull the lever, it spins around, and you get a bunch of characters come up on the screen, and that's it. Like, I think the 11th year will have the 44% ticket. Yeah, now that is the thing. Yeah, the GDC did that like 44% chance ticket thing. I feel like we could see that again potentially for the anniversary, but yeah, we're definitely not getting a unit for free. Well, plus, to be fair, I shouldn't say we're definitely not, because, as we've said many times in the past, it's kind of difficult to do that with Dokkan, but probably not. But yeah, that's what a gacha game is. So they haven't tricked anyone. It literally says that in the terms and conditions. Like when you first load up the game for the first time, if you actually read all of the terms and conditions and stuff, like it tells you all of that. It tells you what the percentage chance of you getting the characters is, like on the banner and all that sort of stuff. Like, I've been link leveling a max Link's character this whole time. Oh, bringer. Oh dear. I'd rather the 77 tickets or the 50 tickets more than that. Nah, no way, like... Because the 77 or the 50 tickets, like, none of the units that you ever got from those were good. Or actually, no, was it like the 9th anniversary? They made it so that you could use those on the new banners, yeah, so... But the chance of getting the new unit was so low. I mean, the thing is, I guess for me, I'm probably slightly biased, because, like, I did get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from those tickets, so... From the first one. Like, on the day the Part 2 banners came out, I got Gogeta with those tickets. The second set of tickets, I didn't get anything, but obviously at that point, I didn't really care, because I'd already gotten the other one. But... The words when you boot up Dokkan, that's what it says. There's some info in there, and then there's some in the actual, like, menu and stuff. Also, what if the stamina updates to 700 or so with the new rank update? That'd be crazy. I don't think it'd quite go up that high. Because we were talking about it on the podcast last night, and I think Raudo said in the chat that it's like you got an extra stamina every like 5 rank ups or something. And so they're adding what, like 1,000 extra things. So that's potentially 200 extra stamina. I mean, that's still pretty good. It would be like 608. But yeah, either way, whichever... More stamina is always good, regardless of what it goes up to. More stamina in it is always good. But yeah, if it was 200 extra stamina, that's another like 3 full World Tournament runs without having to refresh. As if the maximum went up to like 608, it costs like 60 stamina to do a full World Tournament run. So you'll be able to do 10 wins in the World Tournament just off of 1 bar of stamina. But yeah, it was also, wasn't it like every time you ranked up you got 1 stone, and then every multiples of like 5 and 10 you got like 5 or something. So again, with it being an extra like 1,000 ranks, that's like over 1,000 stones. Like, Plus, if they really are going to do this thing that people seem to be speculating that it is going to be like an overflow thing, like it'll be so crazy. Imagine logging in after the update and you're just like, you go from rank 999 to being like 1,500 or something, and you just get like 500 stones. It's like, oh, well, that's nice. The problem is the update, we don't know when that's coming out. It's not coming out like before Daima Goku, because that would be very nice timing. If it comes out in time for the anniversary, that would be awesome. Now, Tala, how's it going? I do find it weird they picked 2,000 and not 9,999. Maybe it's just something that they're going to update again in the future, potentially. But yeah, I'm not sure. Stamina to find in a long time. Do we still have access to use our stamina refreshes without being asked, like back in the day? I don't know, actually. Most people are going to get a power level boost after the update. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, you now get power level for ranking as well. But yeah, how's it going, Tala? Yeah, I feel like maybe they will just do it, like, eventually. Like, they'll increase it a little bit, maybe, like, each year or something. I don't know. I guess it depends, because they got feedback from a lot of players, and that's one of the reasons why they did decide to increase the cap. So I guess if, like, loads of people get to 2,000, like, really quickly, and then just start complaining about it again, maybe it'll be a thing where they put it up, like, every year or something. Hey, what is that OST that you play a lot? Unfortunately, that's not specific enough for me to know. There is one I put on fairly regularly at the moment, which is one of my favourite ones from this year, which is the Golden Frieza and Gogeta reversible exchange one. Oh yeah, I don't think the power. You're not going to get a lot of power level from. They showed it on the image, didn't they? Let me get Proton's tweet up here, because Proton posted like screenshots of all of the panels that they were showing like on the stream. Where is it? Yeah, rank up. So it's rank is 100 points of power level. That's it. So even if you were like rank 999, like that's another like just under 100,000 power level, which is basically nothing. Yeah, this is the Golden Frieza and Gogeta reversible exchange OST. I was going to use Naruto as an example of that being a horrible idea. Yeah, is that actually a thing? Like, people actually say skip, like, the OG and start with Shippuden? That would be so weird. Like, why would you ever do that? When I first got recommended, they told me to start with Shippuden because they remind you of the stuff from Naruto, so you don't need to watch the original. The one that was on before was like STR Cell, I think, which is... It comes on randomly sometimes because the playlist is on random, but like I never choose to put that one on. So I wouldn't say that that's one that I play relatively frequently. LR Chi-Chi OST. Was it nap time? I think they'll update the 99 million to 999 million. I mean, I guess I hope so, I suppose, because they do hit, like, units are hitting that way too regularly now. So it probably would be a good idea for the visual cap to be higher. Did they just dodge the super? The gods, that's amazing. You play LR Tapion and Minosha's OST basically once every month. That is true. Well, at least once a month, or around once a month. Bringer requests the Tapion and Minosha OST. I'd rather have the Tapion OST before I listen to that horrible LR Chi-Chi OST. I mean, the thing is, it's not like it's objectively from us. Well, I say it's hot music. You can't really say whether music is objectively good or not, but it's not like it's a bad piece of music. It's just, it's really, really weird for a Dokkan OST because it's essentially like, it's basically like a lullaby. So it's just a very weird, like, thing to be in Dokkan as a unit's OST. But, like, it makes sense for, like, the character, for what, like, the intro animation is and everything. But it is just a bit odd. Okay, so we're going to go... Now it's time to go ham. I need to pick up... I'm going to pick up the orbs with this Gogeta first, so that we know we've got those. Then we're going to active skill with this Gogeta. So everybody does the big boy damage. Then we're going to active skill with this Gogeta. Okay. And releasing all the damage. Open the damage floodgates. Is he seriously not going to counter the super? Oh, bruh. He only took 157k, but still, like, come on. Bro has a 75% chance, a 70% chance to counter the enemy super attack. He's just like, nah. I'll just take that to the face. It's fine. There's like a small black like flash on the screen if the unit's going to counter. And sometimes you'll see like a weird thing where the enemy sprite is like there. Can't believe he did that. I mean, I can, because Dokkan be Dokkaning. Yeah, exactly. We didn't see it because he didn't counter it. But yeah, tonight, I think tonight we're doing, I think, anyway, that's the plan, I think, for tonight, is to do mouthwashing. I have no idea how it's going to go. But apparently a playthrough of it is about 2 hours, so perfect for the normal, like, night stream. Yeah, hack the code of the game. Yeah, I don't know why it's called mouthwashing, because it's like a sci-fi space horror of people that are like trapped on a spaceship. So I have absolutely no idea why it's called mouthwashing of all things. Oh yeah, Broly disables dodge as well, which is super annoying. It would have been really good to have the other Gogeta on this rotation, because potentially with all the active skill spam, like, we might actually have won on this turn. I mean, I guess the turn that these guys transform, they have 77% damage reduction and guard again, but I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, when countering supers were dependent on whether you could dodge or not, that was a nightmare. Yeah, Raudo, how's it going? Happy turning forward the clock day for the UK. Well, actually, it was yesterday the clocks went back an hour. So, slightly, the clocks going forwards an hour will be the next one, which is, what, in like 6 months' time or something. But yeah, the clock's going back an hour. It's good for like the day when it happens, because it means you just get an extra hour sleep. But it also means now going forward, like, all the stuff for Dokkan is coming out earlier for me. So like any days where content would drop at like 6 AM, it's now dropping at 5 AM. Which is always nice. He said sarcastically. Yeah, the thing that's the most annoying about it is like the daylight savings thing is just like the fact that it happens at different days and different times, like everywhere. So it was like last night, for example, for the podcast, like technically last night's episode of the podcast for everyone in the US, and obviously like for Minato and Vilify, like the podcast was at the same time that it would normally always be. But for me, because the clocks went backwards, it meant that the podcast was actually an hour earlier. Which is a good thing I remembered this year. Well, Little Blue remembered to remind me. But this year, because last year I didn't remember. So I was getting messages on Discord. They were like, where are you? Like, the podcast should be starting now. And I was just sat chilling. I was like, what do you mean? It's only 7 PM because the podcast is at 8 PM for me, my time. But obviously for me, the clocks had gone backwards, but for everyone in the US, they don't for like an extra week. So for that 1 week in the middle between the clocks changing, it throws off my perception. Because like when I do my schedule, I put like the UK time, and then I try and put like Pacific time and Eastern time, which means when I did my schedule last night for this week upcoming, I had to change all the times because they're now different between, because it's like 7 hours, I think, between PST and me now instead of 8. So, and then of course next week I'll just have to change it all back again because next week the US daylight savings time happens. So it'd be super convenient for everybody really if it just all happened at the same time, but unfortunately not. So, but there you go. We did Broly with the considering I did it with a team with double AGL like anniversary Vegetas on it and Majin Vegeta, I would say that was a pretty good run. Yeah, the fact it doesn't change everywhere at the same time is dumb. Exactly. But yeah, rip everyone doing a night shift. That was literally me in like my old job. I feel like I got super unlucky because my shifts like rotated. It was like 4 days on, 4 days off. So like I swear I always ended up working the shifts where the clocks went backwards, and I never worked the shifts where the clock went forwards. And because I was salary paid and not like paid by the hour or anything, when the clocks go back an hour, it just means you end up having to work an extra hour for free. Because if you don't go home until 7 and all of a sudden the time has gone back by an hour, then it's another hour extra until it gets to 7 when you can go home. And you didn't get paid any extra or anything, because their excuse obviously was that the flip side was also true, that if you then ended up working the night where the clocks went forwards, the time jumped forward an extra hour, so technically you did an hour less work and still went home at the same time. But I swear, like I said, I swear the way it always actually ended up happening in practice was I would always end up working the shifts where it would be the clocks going back, and I would never end up working on the shifts where the clock went forwards. Which is always the worst one, because that's, you get the hour less sleep, which is super annoying. The fourth dimension. Well, yeah, do you not have daylight savings where you are? So it's like every 6 months the clocks will go forward an hour and then back an hour. And originally it was to... That's why it's such a stupid thing to even have it now, because we have, now that we actually have like artificial lighting and all this kind of stuff. But it was just because as it got into the winter months and it got darker earlier, for all the people working like outside jobs, like working the field and all that kind of stuff, people would like, it would start getting dark too quickly. So the time the clock would go back an hour, so it still roughly got dark around the same time. Obviously as it gets closer and closer into winter, it gets like darker earlier anyway. And then in the summer the days are longer, so the clocks went forwards an hour. But like it was basically just because people would obviously use the sun in terms of like getting up, and then once it got dark they didn't have as good lighting options then outside of like fires and candles and stuff. But like obviously now it just doesn't matter. Like they should just honestly should just get rid of it. But or like I said, just do it everywhere at the same time so it's less confusing for time zones. Oh, we've talked about my controversial theory on streams before in the past. Petan started this morning. It's been live for about an hour and a half, I think. But yeah, my controversial theory or suggestion that we have talked about on streams before over the years is to make it even less confusing for everybody all over the world. Just make it the same time everywhere in the whole world. Like, just always, like it's the same time. So Obviously, people would very much have to get used to a new schedule because for you, like the daylight hours would be at a time that you're not used to before. But if it was just the same time everywhere in the world at the same time, everything would be so much less confusing when it comes to like actually trying to. I mean, for most people, it doesn't matter because a lot of people don't even have jobs or like things where they have to interact with people in other time zones. So it doesn't really make any difference to them. But like, it'd be so much easier to to arrange things with like other creators and stuff for me. And like, if it was just the exact same time everywhere and you didn't have to worry about like, it'd just be like, yeah, okay, it's 3 p.m. Even though for some people 3 p.m. would actually be like first thing in the morning when you just woke up because the sun's just come up. But it would still be 3 p.m. like everywhere. Because then it'd be the same time for everyone and no one would get confused. But yeah, people don't like that because it's obviously it would be a massive change. But it'd be very weird to be like waking up in the morning and turning your alarm off like as the sun is just coming up and like your thing is saying it's like 8 p.m. or something. But yeah, if it was just the same time everywhere, it'd be great. Extreme Tech, Extreme Int, Extreme STR. Or any AGL as Android/Cell Saga. God, there's a category that hasn't been buffed in a while. God, some of the units on here are so bad. Have there been any super easy A's that would be useful here? Tech Cell, I guess. But then I'm running the more like super class version of the team. You're not about to call me at 10 p.m. when it's like noon over there and it's like 1 a.m. here. Exactly. It'd be so confusing for everyone at first, but I feel like it would make sense. Maybe. Oh, great. Yes, we can't get a good friend for it either.
All right, let's do this.
Well, no, that's not how time zones work. We're not actually in the future. Like when games come out, they usually come out at the same time. It'll just technically be a different time on your clock. Like, but it's still the same. Like, the games still come out at the same time for the most part. But yeah, that's the thing. What time are we going with? Because literally everyone other than the people in the country that is the one that gets picked to be what the time changes to would complain, I guess, about everything having to change. Oh no, it's come on randomly on the playlist. The Chi-Chi OST. I need to find the thing about the couple of different posts about the rank thing. Can't see where the post was that I saw earlier about it. I think Rick might have made a post about it. Yeah, it's just such a random, like, I mean, to be fair, when it plays in the game, because it's only an intro OST, it plays for what, like, not even 30 seconds potentially. So able to accept the gift from Steam. Have a look. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Thank you. So we've got a game from Raudo on Steam called Kiosk. What is this? Kiosk is a horror cooking game where you prepare orders for a late night customers who visit your cozy rain-soaked kiosk. The eerie atmosphere clashes with the mounting tension as you serve your mysterious visitors. Interesting. Oh no, yes, it has got a proper simulator. I think like the little trailer thing shows like putting fries in a fryer, and so we're continuing our our series of horror games that are essentially just me working different professions. But yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Because yeah, we've got a game planned for tonight. Although I don't know how long this one will be. I probably should record a separate one as well. So maybe I will record that one. I don't know. I want to do a few because yeah, when it comes to Halloween, we're going to do a slightly longer stream on the Friday. But yeah, I'll probably play multiple games in that stream. Put the fries in the bag, yeah, basically. To be fair, that's actually a good like title for the video. Do we get to make more coffee? I mean, I don't know. I get to make some things. I'm not sure. Burgers, fries, by the looks of things. But yeah, thank you. Let's we'll check that out at some point. Have you seen that FedEx horror game? You're a delivery driver. I've played one that is like that because we played the Chillers Art ones. I did the night delivery one. There's an anomaly one I want to do on one of the streams, the like backrooms anomaly. Well, that's a demo, so that won't take like a full stream, I wouldn't think. But yeah, I'm going to do mouth washing tonight. Let me check actually, because there is a site. I'd never found it before until I started looking up these things. But there's literally a website called How Long to Beat, and if you go on it, you can put in a game, and it will tell you roughly how long it takes to complete it. Yeah, see, this says it's just over 2 hours, but I'm sure the playthrough thing that I'd seen for it come up was literally 2 hours almost exactly. Yeah, it's like 2 hours. The video that I'd seen, I haven't watched it, but like someone who I watch videos of had posted a video of them playing it. And I haven't watched it because I don't want to spoil the game, but their video is like 2 hours and 8 minutes. But then I suppose, thinking about it, I guess the video could have like some bits edited out and stuff potentially. Yeah, Shinkansen Zero, which is like on a train, isn't it? It's the Chillers Art version of Exit 8. There's also a sequel to Exit 8 called Platform 8. Because yeah, doing the I mean, obviously I'm not going to necessarily only do them on stream, I suppose, but like I do like doing the anomaly games like on stream because we get that little bit of like audience participation, which can be kind of funny. I'll probably just lose here because the androids can't use their active skill. Yeah, Aaron, how's it going? It's currently 4:38 in the morning. And say goodnight. I'm heading back to bed. Hey, no worries, my dude. I appreciate you. Hope you'll have a good stream. Yeah, I hope you have a good sleep. But yeah, the anomaly ones are kind of funny because it's like we had with the last time we did one, and then it's like some people in the chat are like, "Is it this?" And then I'm looking at it, and it's like, "Oh, I don't think it is." Like, yeah, it's kind of fun. But there's quite a few like anomaly ones. Plus, to be fair, it's like the 27th, so we've only got 4 more days of spooky season. Well, 5 including today, I guess, because then Halloween is on Friday. So, but I'll still get around to having played most of the games that I either put on my wish list or managed to get off my wish list myself or was gifted. I've done pretty well so far and getting one of the videos go up like every day. Try Poppy's Playtime. Isn't that... No, that's not related to Five Nights at Freddy's, is it? But yeah, that was my goal, which we have managed to do, right, for the October, for spooky season. I've uploaded a video every day on the second channel. Various different horror games, some longer than others, some better than others, but it's been pretty good. Only reason Dodge cancelling Pure Saiyan bosses exists is because of Tech Caulifla. I mean, that is arguably true, yes. Because any Pure Saiyan or Universe Survival Saga enemy that doesn't disable dodge, then you literally just have a unit on your team that can't take any damage. But yeah, that is a good point. There is a when you guys check out the videos, either the second channel or the main channel, there is like a new option that YouTube has, which is like a new... I still don't really understand exactly how it works, but it's like you can click a thing to like hype the video, and it's a new thing that they're doing. Like only channels under 100,000 subs have it, I think. But it essentially is supposed to just help like give the channel a boost in the algorithm. And the thing is, I don't know if it's directly a result, but like some of the videos that people have said that they have done the hype thing for, like I feel like I've noticed though the views on that video then go up like a little bit afterwards. I don't know. Maybe it is just because it's one of those like, because I'm looking for the change, I see it, whereas it would have just gone up overnight anyway or something. I don't know. But yeah, certainly interesting. Is it 500k subs? Okay. Yeah, I still don't know. I don't know exactly what it does or like how it works, but the Seriously Serious event. I mean, the Seriously Serious event is one of the ones that is quite easy. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. That other thing is different. The chat points, I have no idea what that is. That's for like the top fans thing. It's like the people who chat and then like contribute the most or something. And I don't really know what that is for, other than having the little like crown badge in the chat. Each week there's a top 100 videos on points. So yeah, I guess like the more people do it, the more likely it is it will get pushed up. But what was the deal with the GT Goku stage again? I can't even remember.
Alright, let's do this.
But like some of the missions are hard, like the doing a full STR team and stuff like that, but just beating the stage for the first time, just use your best team. Use items, and then, yeah. Yeah, I used a very random team because there was a mission for using all STR types. You get 3 hypes per person a week. Okay. Interesting. I'm just using this team just for the sake of jumping back into... I didn't even beat this team with the Omega team the first time, but yeah, like, Goku doesn't hit that hard. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have that much HP either, by the looks of it. So my Rose only has 1 dupe. Okay, so Omega just like one-shots him. Just see how quickly you can actually do it. Yeah, Terrifying Conquerors is absolutely not the best team. Another game I just remembered was pretty scary. It's called Home Sweet Home. Yeah, I can't say I've heard of it. I think doesn't sound familiar. Let me check the Steam thing. Home Sweet Home. Oh, and there's an episode 2 as well, apparently. There is also a free demo. First-person horror adventure based on Thai myths and beliefs. This is like a full game. Wow, yeah, the graphics look really good. Right, came out in 2017. But yeah, Tech LR Super 17's EZA is really good. Yeah, back in my day, Terrifying Conquerors was the best team in the game. I mean, there was a time where that was true. Especially like Extreme STR, like Terrifying Conquerors was just like such a crazy team. Yeah. I mean, we're just about to beat the event in like 3 turns. Like, you just gotta remember that, like, because Goku's AGL, so can bring more tech units. Oh no, that Home Sweet Home, it says the core gameplay focuses on storytelling and stealth. But yeah, that's interesting. I'll put it on my wish list. Because there's also trailer for that kiosk is playing. There's also an episode 2 apparently, which came out like 2 years later. But yeah, considering like when these games came out, like the second one, like I said, was 2 years later. That was 2019. Considering that they're like a good few years old, like graphics are pretty good. Anyway, put those on my wish list. For the tickets, you literally only need to beat the event with any team you want. Yeah, literally any team, like whatever your best team in the game, like you have in your account, whatever your best team is, like you could just beat this event with that team, like with items, and then you get the free tickets. Like, there shouldn't be any reason that like anyone shouldn't be able to get them unless you are literally brand new to the game and don't have like an actual good team at all for anything. I mean, you could probably do this with like Rosé and the clones as well. Although, yeah, we could do that with like the actual free-to-play. I've only got 5 minutes, so I don't know if I can do it in 5 minutes, but... But yeah, for me, like, unless there's a mission to do so, like there's no point doing trying to do hard events with no items and then keep like dying. Like even I do that when new events come out and they're like really hard, and especially when they're limited attempts, like I'll get down to like the last attempt of the day, and then it's like, oh, okay, time to use items now so I can actually beat this and get the video out today. I also recommend a Menti as well. I think I mentioned it last time, but I don't remember. Isn't that the Egyptian-y one? I did see a thing. There was like a game that I looked at that was really low rated, and apparently it was made by the same company. And a lot of people were complaining that like they've just made the same game like 3 times, but with just different asset flips. And they mentioned like a Menti as one of them. I don't know, because like I say, I don't know much about it like personally. It was just one of the like I was reading through the Steam reviews of like a different game that I looked at. And it mentioned that game as saying it was like all made by the same people. What video do you want us to hype up from your Plays account? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see which one we can pick. The night security one. No, yeah, night security one was probably one of the ones that had quite a lot of like jump scares. That was a fun one because we played that on stream. Yeah, let me get the link. So look, I mean, we can test it out for anyone who is willing to do so and use your hype things. If you go to this video, this is the night delivery playthrough. Yeah, I believe it was from it was only a couple of days ago, wasn't it? Or yeah, it was 3 days ago. So yeah, if it gives you the option to go to this video, and then yeah, if it gives you the option to use the new like hype this video feature, and we'll see what happens. Like if a bunch of people all do it for like the same video, maybe that video can like pick up. But the one where you looked through your door, oh, the who's at the door one, yeah, that was creepy and fun. That was one of the first big ones that I did for the, I think that was literally the first one that we did for like starting off the spooky season. Let me double check. Videos. Yeah, it was the first one. Yeah, so we did Who's at the Door, Riyama, Silent Still and Silent Still 2, Lost Luminosity, Fears to Fathom, and then the Chillers Art games. We did a couple of those back to back to back. Then Late Night Mop, Exit 8, more Chillers Art and Fears to Fathom, Uncanny Tales, Cold Road in 1992, more Fears to Fathom, Little Too Friendly, Dread Flats, Boba Tea Shop, more Chillers Art, Can't Revert, No I Am Not a Human, and then yesterday was Stanley Says. So quite a few different ones. It's been a pretty good selection. So yeah, make sure you guys check those out. The spooky season 2025. I need to actually put them all into a playlist and just call it like 2025 spooky season. Put them all into one playlist, because I think I did that for last year, even though it was only a couple of videos. But alright, so it is 10 now. I definitely need to end the stream here shortly. But yeah, I mean, we are basically, like they said, this event is not hard. Like, we're basically about to do it with a free-to-play team. So because I'm using a free-to-play leader as well, I'm not using my Rosé, so this is a full free-to-play team. So all the Rosé clones from the GDC, and then the STR Zamasu Goku LR that Super Easy Age during the GDC. So it's a full free-to-play team. Just hyped the video. But yeah, so shout out to anyone who does do that. Go to that link, the night delivery playthrough. Hype the video, and then be interesting to see if it does jump up in views over the next day or so. Because yeah, I really don't know exactly how that whole thing works, but it's got 26 views at the moment, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, you can see here, like, we're using this team here now, right? And yeah, it takes a while, because with a free-to-play leader, I mean, if you have the STR Rosé, then just use him as the leader, because then obviously the team is better. But because we have a free-to-play leader and have a lower leader skill, it's obviously going to take longer. Because we don't do as much damage. Although, now that we have Rosé's active skill, that speeds things up significantly, especially if he crits, which he did. Because now he and all of the other Rosés get a buff from him using his active skill. Typical, we can't get any STR orbs from that guy. Or for that guy, I should say. But yeah, maintenance is Tuesday night for US, Wednesday morning for me. I think by the time it finishes, it's like 8 AM. Wednesday morning, and that should bring with it the version update that has the removal of the reversal function and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm going to end off the stream here. I mean, you can kind of see from the way that this run is going, like, we are going to win with this team. So yeah, you can win with a full free-to-play team. If you have the STR Rosé, then obviously you use him as the leader instead of the Zamasu Goku, because not only is he just better, but then the whole team obviously has a higher leader skill as well, so everyone's doing more damage, and then you beat the event a lot faster than doing it here with like the full free-to-play team. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. Like I say, we'll be live on the second channel again later tonight, or tonight my time. So the second channel stream is like 10 hours from now, basically, whatever time that is for you guys. 10 hours from now, we'll be playing another horror game on stream on the second channel, so hopefully I will see you guys there. But that is going to be it from me. I appreciate you all coming out. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, give a follow if you're on the Twitch side, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.